Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tara, and if you're new, welcome to the family. Today, I've got a magical DIY for you today. This is a creation of mine, and it is called unicorn hair. So without further ado, let's get into this making of unicorn hair. This is how it turns out, and you will be going with me through this step-by-step of how I came up with this little guy. He's got wax drippings, he's got a unicorn on the top waxed on there, and how I make the label if you care to know how to do that. And yeah, this is gonna be super fun to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so I'm going to go over everything that we need to make this unicorn hair, okay? So for starters, you need a bottle of some sort. I just have some of these that I got off Amazon, and I'll link everything that I can on Amazon for you guys to find. Next, what you're going to need is some kind of hair. I just bought this wig off Amazon. I don't know how much it cost, but it was just this white hair that I thought would be good for this project. Also, then I can make a ton more since these bottles came in at about 100. Then I have some kind of felt twine to tie the hair to give it a little bit of a knot. Next, what you're going to need are some scissors to cut your hair and your twine with. Next, we are going to be making our label, which I will include with you guys if you would like to see in this footage how I made this unicorn label right here. And I cut out this like little cloud shape so that I can cut it out kind of the way that I want to, because I'm a perfectionist, and that'll keep me from cutting it wrong, which then I have some tape to go over it so I can stencil it. And then I have these cutting paper shears to cut out our label so that we can be perfectionists. Then we have some Mod Podge and a stick to glue our label on. Oh, and we've got a cup of water to help with the hair to smooth it into the bottle, because here is our my other one that I have currently created. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but some of the hairs are kind of like not together, and with my OCD-ness, it bothers me. Now, for the last thing that you're going to need is, if you want to do a wax melt on top, you're going to need a thing to wax it in, to melt your wax in, a candle to put in there, a lighter to light your candle, and of course wax and a seal, which you guys can see on there. There you go, we've got a unicorn that we're going to seal on there. That is all the things that you're going to need for this project if you want to do it the exact way that I will be doing it. So for starters, obviously you need to get your hair out. Oh, and then I have this plastic cutting board that we now use for crafts. Obviously you can see all the paint all over it. So I just keep the hair in the little net that it came in to help protect it. And we've got this luscious hair. Now, I kind of, because I like it to swirl inside the bottle, I will kind of measure out the thickness that I want of the hair. So I think that's about how thick I want it to be. And now we just kind of measure the length, and I think I want it about to tie the knot about right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we will take the twine and cut that so that we can tie that around our hair. And I think one little, I did do 2 knots on the first one. So we've got 2 knots on there, and then we're just gonna give it a little snippet right above there. And there we've got our hair, and you can hold it and kind of push some of this excess out the way. And now I'm just going to get my water. And kind of just smooth down all of the flyaways. And then I will cut the ends, just to have them nice and smooth. To try to remove as much of the movement as possible. Hopefully wetting it will not affect how it goes into the bottle, and then you want to trim off your excess twine. I might have made that one just a tad short. Then I guess you could just take a pencil kind of try to lay that flat. And then you will want to take your lid. And then because I don't like all these little hairs, though we will be covering it in wax, that is kind of how I add the hair to the bottle. Obviously, it is not as curly as this one, but you can tell the hairs are a little less crazy, I think, to me, but there's that for you guys. So next is going to be our label, and I will insert in here how I created this label if you want. If you don't want to see that, you can fast forward through it. I'll leave a timestamp down there for you guys. So I'm just gonna go and cut. Now you can use just regular scissors to cut this out. You can use whatever you want. All right, so there is where we've got our label. And that's kind of like what it will look like on the bottle. Now, if you want to give it some shape to the label, you can do this little extra cutout. Otherwise, you don't have to. Trace on the shape of this bottle, kind of like what we did on the pixie or fairy dust. And just, since I liked the shape of that, I did not end up liking the shape that I came up with for the unicorn, so we're just gonna go with this rounded shape. I prefer it better anyways. Gives it a little bit of something, but not like too much of something. Alright, so we're just gonna cut that out for both of these labels. Alright, brush out the pencil lines. And do the same on the other label. Now that we've got that done, we're going to need our mat back because it's gluing time. So we've got our 2 unicorn hairs. And you're going to take the back of your label and brush it with Mod Podge. And kind of make sure you get all the way to the edges. That is important. And get it on about where you want it. And with Mod Podge, the brilliance of that is you can kind of just scoot it around until you get it where you want it. And it's okay if the glue kind of seeps out a little. It's easy to wipe off. And not really a big deal because we will be doing a coat of Mod Podge on the top of this bottle. So there we go. That is glued on. Then we will take the Mod Podge again. And this will also help make it shiny, but also protect your label. And you'll just brush that on as close to the edges as possible. And you can just dab that on because we'll be using our finger to smooth it out. Alright, now that that is smoothed on there, we will just take our finger there we go. Now you don't have to worry about gluing this one closed because we will be sealing the top of it so it will not come undone. So give me a second and I will go glue the other one on, and then that should be dry enough for us to start on the wax. Alright, now that we've got our label glued on there, we have the dangerous part. It is going to be melting the wax, and please be careful trying this yourself. Make sure you have a parent with you because fire is not something kids should play with. Alright, so we've got that in there. Lit the candle. We are going to melt. I think I'm going to do 5, just to make sure that it's in there. So now we just gotta wait for the wax to melt. Now we're just waiting for the wax to melt. We've got some wax starting to melt in here. You can see that. Nice and melty. Our wax is almost finally melted. Just gonna give it about another 30 seconds. Now that our wax is melted, we're gonna blow out our flame. Ooh, that's smoky. Take our wax. And hopefully we got that on there, right? Alright, so for our first wax melt, this is how it turned out. I would say it's pretty darn good. We got the unicorn definitely right there in the center and on the top, which is spectacular, just what I wanted. I would say that this is, I'm super happy with this one. Alright, so I'm gonna go and do the other one and I will come back and show you both of them. Alright, so those are our 2 unicorn stamped unicorn hairs. I am actually really excited about these. These turned out pretty darn great. I'll have to get a little bit more of a hang of the drippage. As you can see, this one dripped all the way down, but that's kind of cool. It's kind of got that like unicorn blood vibe to it. I'm super stoked about these. Let me know what you guys think. How did your potions turn out? Because these are my little potion bottles, and I can't wait to make some more of these. This was super fun to make. Now that we have made our unicorn hair potion ingredient bottles dripped in wax, I want to know, do you like this potion? Do you like me sharing my DIYs with you? What new potion would you like me to share with you guys next time? Let me know all in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It's greatly supporting me and my channel. And if you want to see more magical DIYs from moi or Harry Potter unboxings, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.